Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Freddie Freeman has caused an absolute earthquake behind the scenes of Major League Baseball with a statement that has quickly spread across social media and fan forums. He will never play for the Dodgers again, he said, and this phrase has sparked waves of speculation about the future of the Los Angeles team. Picture the scene: a crowded locker room, players exchanging glances, and a tension that nobody can ignore. Fans are divided, some wondering exactly who Freeman was targeting, while others are already weaving theories about old rivalries and resentments that may never have been fully resolved. It's the kind of situation that fuels the imagination of fans, who love to speculate on who is being rejected, whether it's a historic player who once shaped the franchise or someone who has become undesirable now. The impact of a statement like this goes far beyond the surface because it touches directly on team chemistry, internal politics, and especially the narrative that sports media loves to explore: drama, conflict, and tension. All eyes are now on the Dodgers, and every move the team makes will be scrutinized by journalists and fans alike, as everyone tries to predict what will happen next in this unfolding saga. In the stadium corridors and across social media, Freeman's declaration has become the #1 topic of conversation. It is fascinating to see how a single phrase from a player can reverberate so intensely, creating almost cinematic scenarios about what is really happening. Some speculate that there are old disagreements, perhaps related to contracts, playing time, or internal conflicts that were never publicly revealed. Others believe that Freeman's comment is a warning, a way of making it clear that certain decisions or attitudes from the recent past will not be tolerated again. And when we talk about the Dodgers, we're talking about a franchise with weight, tradition, passionate fans, and sky-high expectations. Every move is meticulously observed and analyzed, and when a controversial statement appears, it's impossible to ignore the domino effect it creates. Rumors about the rejected player started circulating immediately, names were suggested, and speculation about future trades erupted like wildfire. The scene is set, and the feeling is that at any moment something bigger could explode, completely changing the narrative for the team and its fans. The atmosphere within the Dodgers now seems to be a mixture of tension and expectation, as if something is about to happen without warning. Fans discuss incessantly which player could be the target of Freeman's discontent, and the internet is flooded with videos, memes, and detailed theories. Some point to players who have had historic passages with the team, while others believe the situation could involve someone more recent, whose relationship with Freeman may never have fully developed. Of course, any rumor involving an icon like Freddie Freeman takes on almost epic dimensions, as if every word carries immense weight. The narrative created by this single sentence is complex. It involves history, rivalry, pride, and strategy, and nobody can predict with certainty what the next chapters will bring. The drama is not just about the rejected player, but also about the impact on the locker room, team performance, and above all, the reaction of fans who follow every move of the franchise as if it were a soap opera. The situation is a mix of tension and fascination, because in the behind-the-scenes world of baseball, what is seen on the surface is just the tip of the iceberg. Sports analysts have begun dissecting every detail of Freeman's statement, trying to understand not only what was said, but what was implied beneath the words. There's a layer of context that few have access to, yet it could be crucial for understanding the weight of the phrase. It is inevitable to think about internal negotiations, locker room politics, and the psychological impact this could have on other players. When a star of Freeman's magnitude takes such a position, the repercussions are immediate and profound. The Dodgers are likely now evaluating every possible scenario, from market strategies to roster adjustments, always trying to balance talent, chemistry, and team morale. Fans are on high alert, speculating about trades, returns of former players, and potential future confrontations. Every rumor gains momentum, and with each new piece of news, tension rises, as if the franchise is in a constant state of anticipation. The pressing question everyone asks is, who is truly outside Freeman's plans, and how will management respond? It is a moment filled with drama, speculation, and intense curiosity. Meanwhile, on social media, debates explode in unexpected ways, with fans defending their theories and creating scenarios that resemble scripts for a sports drama movie. Some believe Freeman's rejection is definitive, while others imagine there could be room for negotiation, reconciliation, or even more complex strategies that will only be revealed later. The fact remains that the statement leaves no room for doubt. There is a real discontent, and it is not something that will simply dissipate over time. Every comment, every rumor, and every move the team makes is now interpreted through the lens of tension, transforming ordinary roster decisions into almost epic events. The narrative is no longer just about who plays, but about who deserves to be on the team from the perspective of one of the franchise's biggest stars. The drama is palpable, and journalists and fans alike are fully attentive, turning each small detail into a potential clue about the team's future and the developments of this story, which promises to continue with unpredictable twists and turns. And, of course, in the midst of all this speculation, the inevitable pressure on the remaining players grows. They must now deal not only with performance on the field, but also with the tension created by rumors and strong statements like Freeman's. The internal dynamics of the team could shift, with every practice, meeting, or encounter analyzed as a potential indication of alignment or conflict. The atmosphere changes, and even the most passionate fans feel the tension, debating team chemistry, possible divisions, and the impact this will have in the coming seasons. What began as a simple phrase from a player has turned into a phenomenon with repercussions far beyond what anyone could predict. It is a moment of maximum expectation, relentless speculation, and insatiable curiosity. Every move the Dodgers make from this point forward will be interpreted as part of a larger puzzle, and the narrative surrounding Freeman, the rejected player, and the team's future is far from reaching a predictable conclusion. The ripple effect of Freddie Freeman's words has spread far beyond the locker room, reaching fans, analysts, and even former players who now watch the situation unfold with intense curiosity. It is fascinating to consider how a single statement can reshape the perception of a franchise, creating tension and intrigue almost overnight. Some fans argue that this could signal the end of an era, a turning point in which old loyalties and past relationships are no longer relevant in the current dynamic. Others speculate that management may be planning subtle moves behind the scenes, perhaps lining up trades, draft picks, or even returning veterans who could shift the balance in unpredictable ways. Every rumor is dissected, shared, and expanded upon in online forums and social media platforms, creating a narrative that feels larger than life. Analysts debate endlessly over the implications, weighing potential outcomes and predicting scenarios that may or may not materialize. The drama is amplified because this is not just about the immediate future of the Dodgers. It is about the legacy of a team, the chemistry of its roster, and the personal dynamics that have quietly shaped decisions for years. In this sense, Freeman's declaration is both a warning and an invitation to imagine a story still unfolding. In parallel, speculation about the player whom Freeman implicitly rejected continues to dominate discussions. Fans have created countless theories, ranging from historical icons of the Dodgers to newer acquisitions whose time in Los Angeles might now be considered tenuous. Each hypothesis carries its own narrative weight, as supporters try to reconcile the personal history between Freeman and the rumored individual. Was it a conflict over leadership, a clash of personalities, or an unresolved dispute dating back to a previous season? Nobody knows for sure, but the allure of mystery is irresistible. Every social media post, every cryptic statement from insiders, and every pattern of gameplay is analyzed as potential evidence of an unfolding drama. Even casual observers are drawn into the speculation, imagining locker room conversations, subtle power dynamics, and the psychological impact on players who remain in the team. This story is no longer just a rumor. It has become a saga of pride, loyalty, and influence, where every movement carries symbolic meaning. In essence, fans are not just following baseball. They are following a complex narrative filled with intrigue, tension, and the constant question of who will ultimately hold power in the Dodgers universe. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that the front office is quietly navigating this storm, carefully weighing options to maintain team harmony while honoring star players' influence. Every negotiation, whether publicly acknowledged or not, is viewed through the lens of Freeman's statement, as if his words set an invisible boundary that the organization must respect. Some speculate that there are already contingency plans in motion, including potential trades or contractual maneuvers designed to prevent internal conflict from spilling over onto the field. Analysts point out that balancing talent, personality, and leadership is a delicate art, particularly when dealing with high-profile players whose influence extends beyond performance metrics. The Dodgers management is likely considering multiple scenarios simultaneously, retaining key talent, appeasing star players, and keeping fan expectations high. This intricate balancing act underscores the weight of Freeman's declaration, revealing how a single remark can catalyze a cascade of strategic considerations. Fans watch closely, searching for clues in press conferences, social media interactions, and roster announcements, eager to decode the team's next move. In effect, the Dodgers are navigating both a literal and psychological game, where every decision is amplified by public perception and internal dynamics. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. At the same time, the potential impact on the remaining players cannot be underestimated. The locker room has transformed from a standard professional environment into a stage for subtle power plays and social dynamics that could affect performance. Every practice, meeting, and interaction is scrutinized for signs of alignment or dissent, and players may feel pressure not only to perform athletically, but also to signal loyalty or neutrality. Analysts speculate that this tension could lead to shifts in leadership, informal hierarchies, or even personal rivalries that influence game strategy. The psychological dimension of professional sports is often underappreciated, but in situations like this, it becomes central to the narrative. Freeman's statement has essentially created a ripple effect, affecting not only one player, but the cohesion and morale of the entire roster. Fans, aware of these dynamics, project their own theories onto the unfolding story, interpreting body language, social media posts, and interviews as pieces of a larger puzzle. In this way, speculation is fueled as much by perception as by fact, and a line between rumor and reality becomes increasingly blurred. The result is a tense, immersive experience for everyone following the Dodgers, both on and off the field. Adding to the intrigue is the media's relentless coverage, which amplifies every detail into potential evidence of a developing saga. Journalists dissect each quote, historical decision, and unexplained absence, framing them as breadcrumbs leading to the ultimate revelation of the player in question. Fans consume this analysis voraciously, sharing, debating, and embellishing details until the narrative becomes almost mythic in scope. The story now includes layers of speculation about trades, potential reconciliations, and even long-term franchise strategy, all intertwined with the human drama of relationships, ego, and power. Each theory carries a measure of credibility, depending on how it fits the larger narrative, and social media debates turn minor hints into explosive conjectures. In effect, the drama surrounding Freeman's statement has elevated routine team developments into a spectacle that engages a worldwide audience. Every day brings new speculation, further entrenching the story as a defining moment in the Dodgers' current chapter. Fans and analysts alike are compelled to imagine what might happen next, creating an ever-expanding web of rumor and anticipation that is as gripping as any on-field performance. Finally, the broader implication of Freeman's declaration is beginning to take shape. It's not just a personal statement. but a moment that could redefine the team's identity. As rumors circulate and speculation intensifies, the Dodgers' narrative becomes less about wins and losses and more about relationships, influence, and leadership. Every roster move, every game strategy, and every public comment is now filtered through the lens of this conflict, making the saga almost impossible to ignore. Fans have begun to see the Dodgers not just as a baseball team, but as a complex ecosystem where personal history, loyalty, and ambition collide. The story continues to unfold with every day, every tweet, and every subtle interaction, leaving the public constantly guessing what Freeman's next move might be and who will ultimately bear the consequences of his words. In a world of sports, few events generate such immediate and widespread speculation, and this moment has the potential to resonate for years. The Dodger season is now as much about what happens behind the scenes as on the field, and the saga of Freeman's statement promises to dominate conversation and headlines, creating a tension that will linger long into the future. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.